Well, good morning, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. This is Blanche Deverell coming to you live from the Mile High City for day number 2 of our Goose Bumps Nightmare on Delaware Street tournament. This morning, our first game, you have, let me find my roster here. You've got the Denver Roller Derby Standbys versus the Elevated Roller Derby All-Stars. That game will be starting here in about 6 minutes, but we are going to go ahead and get started with some rosters, and I'm also going to reach out and find out who the officials are as well. So we have the roster for the standbys. We've got 0-2 Wes Slamderson, 1-1 She Be Dangerous, 1-1-1 Royal Tenenbaum, 1-4 Green Machine, 1-8-4-8 Last Warfare, 2-1-5 LC No Evil, 2-8-0-6 Brawny Darko, 3-3-3 Miss Enigma, 5-1-5 B Nasty, 5-6-2 Cat Possible, 777 Miserable, 840 K Pasa, 847 L on Wheels, 985 Rougarou. Now we're going to read the Elevated Roller Derbies lineup. All right, there we go. We've got the All-Stars roster. And we've got, let's see, number 10, is it Banff? Yep, we're going to go with that. 1-1, Killer Bee. 1-5, Harley Darlin. 187, Doom Dee Doom. 213, Icebox. 321, Rocket. 329, Triple Axel Rose. 34, Fighting Girlfriend. 414, Lost in Your Thighs. 45, Nikki, 6-shooter. 484, Gemini. 80 Meep Meep. That one's fun. 909 Tsunami. And 999 Amanda Gemininia. All right, and we're going to go ahead and read officials too since we've got a couple of minutes. So our officials for this weekend have been Stitched Doll, Stack Trace, Banandy, Dr. Wheelgood, Sonar, Scapegoat, Penalty, Ace of Skates, Lady Hellspawn, Rockety Roller, Primeval, Lemon Stinger, Thomas the Dank Engine, Sassy Biatch, Booty Queen, Arson, and Cookies. All right, friends. I'm happy to see everybody starting to kind of show up in the chat. All right, so I'm going to be your announcer for most of the day today, or at least you'll hear my voice on here. So I've got this game, the next game, and the third game, and then I'll be on the camera for the last one. So you'll get to hear this beautiful voice all day long. So I guess we can kind of start off with a thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know that it is Sunday, and if you guys are anything like my family, you like to take Sundays and go do things and get your grocery shopping done, do the laundry, all that fun stuff. But we really do appreciate you guys checking in and hanging out with us this morning and watching some hard-hitting derby action from the Mile High. Okay, so I've got to ask, since we have some people viewing us right now, who's got this one? Do the standbys have this one, or are we going to let the All-Stars walk away with it? Got one Denver in the chat. All right, here we go. 2 seconds to Derby. Probably not till that first whistle, but, you know, it's getting there. All right, lining up on the Skate Rats Jam line. It looks like you have Miss Enigma for the standbys and Meep for the All-Stars. Enigma's going to take the front and end up with lead jammer, but Meep is hot on Missy's heels. All right, both jammers come into the back of the pack. Miss Enigma picked up 1 point when that blocker there in the back and then called it off. 1 point up for the standbys. Okay, Skate Rats Jam line, you've got, looks like L on Wheels. And the other number I cannot see. Lost in Your Thighs. All right, L on Wheels ends up with lead jam. All right, so it looks like L on Wheels is going to call off that jam, picking up 4 points, leaving Lost in Your Thighs scoreless, and 5 put up on the board for the standbys. Okay, jamming for this jam, Elevated All-Stars looks like has filled Fighting Girlfriend and picked up lead jam. Rue Guru is wearing the star for the standbys, trying to get through the pack on the initial pass. Rue gets out of the pack on their initial, but Girlfriend comes around back and is picking up all 4 points. So it was a hit and quit by Fighting Girlfriend. I don't believe Rue picked up any points on that one. It does, no, did not. So 4 going up for the Elevated All-Stars, 0 for standbys, 1 point game. All right, so for the standbys on the Skate Rats Jam line, you've got Be Nasty. And then for the Elevated All-Stars, you've got Banff. All right, Banff ends up with lead jam. Be Nasty has star in hand. Oof, big pile up here in turn 1 straight away. Heard a whistle, not sure who is going to the, looks like War. Last Warfare is going to go to the box. And so is Banff for a track cut. So that is going to give Be Nasty a power jam. All right, so it is Be Nasty out there with 2 blockers against a full set of blockers for the Elevated All-Stars. Be Nasty is trying to find a line somewhere between this elevated wall, but is having a hard time. Oh, multiplayer block called will break up that wall and allow Nasty to get through. She is not lead jammer, but that's okay because now she can score points. Oof. Wow. Runs into the wall that is Icebox here in turn number 2. Well, 1.5 really, if you want to say turn 1.5. Oh. Oh. All right, so Banff got through the pack. 4 points going up for the Elevated All-Stars. Four points up for Be Nasty. All right, so the jam was called off. 8 points for Elevated All-Stars and 6 points for the standbys. Still a 1-point game with Elevated taking the lead, but we still have a little bit left to play in this period, so we should be good. All right, on the Skate Rats jam line, you've got Miss Enigma for the standbys and Meep Meep for the All-Stars. Missy is trying to get through on the outside line, but unable to get through. Meep Meep gets out of the pack with the lead jam, but Miss E is right on Meep's heels. I think last jam it was the other way around. I think Missy was up front and Meep Meep was behind. Meep did not allow either one of them to get around to the back of the pack to get any points. Just called it off. Rather be safe than sorry, I guess. All right, L on Wheels for the standbys and Lost in Your Thighs for Elevated. Lost in Your Thighs picked up the lead jam status, leaving L in the pack, but getting some offense from Royal Tenenbaum. Lost in Your Thighs gets through the pack, picks up another 4 more points. I believe L is still on the initial pass. Four more points for Elevated. I was going to say, Lost in Your Thighs is just skating around and bypassing the pack with little to no resistance. I think everybody's focused on getting L out. Ooh, apex attempt right there in turn 3, but going to recycle to be on the safe side. Oh, there was a star pass. It was so sneaky that I missed it. So it went from L on Wheels to Bronny Darko when Bronny came in from the box. No points went up for the standbys on that. 12 big points for Elevated All-Stars, pulling them into the lead by 13 points. All right, you have Rougarou wearing the star for the standbys, and you've got Fighting Girlfriend for, oh! Big hit to Ms. Rebel's face, and it looks like there's going to be, oof, got hit pretty hard, but is getting up. Okay, it looks like everybody, the medics are out here assessing the injury and making sure that our skaters are safe. And while we are making sure that Ms. is good, I want to thank you guys for joining us. I know that we had talked about this earlier and thanking you guys then, but we've got a lot more people on now than we did earlier. So thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I know it's Sunday and y'all probably have stuff to do, but you choosing to sit and watch Derby with us, and we do appreciate it. So welcome to our Roller Dome. If you've never watched our live stream before, this is the home of Denver Roller Derby and Rocky Mountain Roller Derby. We are both completely volunteer-owned and operated group. So please help us keep the live stream going, and you can do that by follow, share, subscribe using Prime. When you subscribe using Prime, you get commercial-free or ad-free derby. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe with Prime today so you can watch the rest of this tournament without ads. Because trust me, it's a lot more fun without ads, and I'm sure you guys know that. You don't miss any of the action when you don't have ads. Okay, so we are back at it, and everybody's lining up. Look, the injured skater is okay over here getting some attention. All right, 5 seconds being called here. And you've got B Nasty wearing the star for the standbys and Fighting Girlfriend for the Elevated All-Stars. B Nasty found a hole right through the middle of the pack and just decided to take it to pick up that lead jam. That leaves Fighting Girlfriend in the pack fighting through, but does get out on the initial pass. But it looks like B Nasty has come in and able to at least get 1 point, 2 points. All right, so it looks like B Nasty called off the jam. Fighting Girlfriend was able to pick up 2 points, which, expanded that lead a little bit. 4 points went up for the standbys. 11 points separating them still. Yeah, it looks like Elevated they needed just a little bit of a warm-up. It is kind of chilly in here this morning, and I know that muscles be cold. So a little bit of a warm-up, to get those muscles going, and then it's prime derby time. Okay, so wearing the star for the Elevated All-Stars, you have Meep Meep, and picking up lead jam. Oh, pile up here in turn 2. Miss E is going to be your jammer for the standbys, and still trying to get through the pack. Okay, so Missy's going to go sit, and this is going to give a power jam to Meep Meep. All right, so Meep Meep comes in and gets through that 3 wall for an easy 4 points. Some of these jammers make it look so easy. Oh. All right, Meep called off the jam just as Missy was released from the penalty box. So luckily, Denver standbys will be able to start with the jammer and not one in the box, so that's always nice. But they will have a blocker in the box, the standbys, so they will be down 1. All right, next up on the Skate Rats Jam line, you're seeing the same lineup between L on Wheels and Lost in Your Thighs. I about called them Fighting Girlfriend, but that was last jam. Multiplayer block somewhere, but that allowed Lost in Your Thighs to get through the pack for lead jam, leaving L in the back to try and get through. Nice offense here by Royal and K Pasa in turn number 1 to keep that blocker from getting L and allowing her to get out on the initial pass. All right. It looks like Lost in Your Thighs was able to get through for 4 points. L did not pick up any on that jam. But when you have to fight through walls like Elevated is putting up, that's understandable. They're putting up some really tough walls this morning from what I've seen so far. All right. Next up on the Skate Rats Jam line, you've got Rougarou and then Fighting Girlfriend. See, I tried to have Fighting Girlfriend in the last jam, but nah, it was Lost in Your Thighs. But Fighting Girlfriend ended up with the lead jam position. Rougarou did get out of the pack and is holding their face, so I'm not sure if there was something that happened. Somebody called it off. I missed it. Oh, well, 4 points 3 points going up for Elevated. Sorry, I didn't see your fingers. 3 points for Elevated, 0 for the standbys. Elevated's actually pulling away. It's 41-15, so that lead switch a couple of jams ago is just really taken off for Elevated. All right, Skate Rats Jam Line, you have Be Nasty for the standbys and Meep Meep for the Elevated All-Stars. Oh, sorry. That was a little bit of an Olay there on Meep's part. Kind of sidestepped Royal Tenenbaum there and picked up lead jam. Be Nasty has star in hand, did get an inside line, but it was taken out in turn 2. All right, Be Nasty got out of the pack on the initial pass, but Meep has already put 4 points up on the board and called it off. 6 points, I think, going up for Elevated, maybe. Yep, 6 points for Elevated, 0 for the standbys. This is the second jam that the standbys have not been able to get any points on the board, and Elevated has, so the lead just continues to grow. 32 points separating them right now, and of course we know that could be 2 jams, fix it, but Elevated has pulled away this morning. All right. On the Skate Rats Jam Line, you have Lost in Your Thighs with a little bit of a sidestep around the defense there in the straightaway to pick up lead. Miss Enigma is going to be wearing your star for the standbys. And trying to get out of the pack, got past that last blocker and was able to get out on their initial pass. All right, 4 points for Lost in Your Thighs. Called it off before Missy could get any points. So, man, third jam in a row that the standbys have not had any points. And, yeah, you can see it in the score, unfortunately, for the standbys. On your Skate Rats Jam Line, you've got L on Wheels for the standbys and Fighting Girlfriend for Elevated. One-on-one defense up front by Last Warfare, but it wasn't enough to keep Fighting Girlfriend back. So lead is going to go to the Elevated All-Stars. And there was a star pass from L on Wheels to K Pasa. Four points for Elevated, another scoreless jam for the standbys. 40-point lead right now as we're sitting at little over 14 minutes left in this first half. Okay, Skate Rats Jam Line, you've got Be Nasty wearing the star for the standbys and Meep Meep for Elevated. Oh, wow, the defense up front by Denver could not hold Meep back. Both jammers are in the pack. Oh, a back block, it looks like, for Meep. And that's going to give Be Nasty a power jam. And no lead jammer, so we are going to have the full 2-minute jam. All right, one blocker left to beat, and Be Nasty gets out of the pack on her initial pass. Okay, you've got the Elevated All-Star Jammer, Meep, standing in the penalty box, so 10 seconds or less left on that penalty. All right, Meep was released to the track. So both jammers are now in play and able to score points. Ooh, big pileup here in turn number 1, but Nasty jumped over it and was able to avoid falling. There's so much going on, so many people going to the box. So we've got 2 people in the boxes for the standbys. And B Nasty is trying to get through the pack to score some points for the standbys. Meep has been to the box, sat for 30 seconds, come back in, and has put 7 points on the board in 2 minutes. I think it looks like there were 4 points put up for the standbys, 11 for Elevated. I think that's the biggest jam we've had yet. But 11 for Elevated, 4 for the standbys, which is great because they needed it. It was 4 jams or so that they were scoreless. And it's what? I can't quick math, so it's what, 47 points, something like that? Quick math is not my subject, so. Okay, back to the action here. You have, it looks like Lost in Your Thighs for the Elevated All-Stars and Miss Enigma for the standbys, and is gonna go to the penalty box for a forearm. So that is going to give Lost in Your Thighs a power jam. Oof. All right, there will be no, well, no. Say Missy still has a chance, I think, to get lead. I'll have to check my rules, but yeah. No? Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. So, Missy, this is a full 2-minute jam. Thank you for telling me because, yeah. Almost full set of blockers for both teams now. 4 points for Lost in Your Thighs. Missy was released from the penalty box to the action. Oof. All right, and that was the initial for Miss Enigma, so now points can be scored. All right, 4 points for the standbys. Both teams have 4 points on the board so far. And Lost in Your Thighs keeps running up against a 2-wall up front. Wow, nice offensive move by K Pasta there on the inside line to clear it for Miss Enigma to get through and get up some points. They need as many holes open as they can in this pack because they got some making up to do points-wise. Oof. Okay, so another big jam for Elevated, 15 points on that one, and then 10 for the standby. So that was the biggest jam, I think, for the standbys yet. And that did close the gap a little bit, but Elevated keeps pulling away with these big jams. Okay. So we are going to have a team timeout called by the Elevated All-Stars. So when we do timeouts and official reviews, I always like to do some sponsor shout-outs. So the first one we're going to do, and they're actually here this weekend, is Skate Rats. They're located in downtown Loveland, and they've been very excited about the return of roller derby to Colorado. Longtime sponsor of Denver Roller Derby, Skate Rats is a one-stop shop for everything skate. So check out the wide variety of products from custom skates to safety gear to skateboards and clothing. With 10 years of experience, Skate Rats is friendly and knowledgeable in helping you find or build whatever you need or want. Make sure to check it out on Skate Rats. That's SK8RATZ.com. For a great selection of products and speedy shipping services to anywhere worldwide. So if you see it at skaterats.com, order it and we'll send it to you. No matter where it's at in the world, it'll come to you. So if you're local, visit their retail location in Loveland for a smooth, I can't ever say that, smooth and enjoyable shopping experience. And that was perfectly timed because we're getting back to the action. And it looks like you've got Elle on Wheels for the Denver Standbys wearing the star, and Fighting Girlfriend for Elevated. Fighting Girlfriend took the lead jam position, leaving Elle on Wheels, and the penalty. Oh, it was a jammer hat that was dropped. Elle dropped it, and someone else almost picked it up, but luckily that disaster didn't happen. Meanwhile, while all of this is going on in turn 2, 4 points were put up by Girlfriend, and let's see if she can get another 4 points. All right, Elle was recycled back to the back of the pack. Girlfriend is still trying to fight through the front of the pack. Did pick up 4 points, so that's 8 altogether for Girlfriend and the Elevated All-Stars. And there was a star pass, it looks like, from Elle on Wheels to Ms. Rebel. All right, and the jam was called off. There were 12 points put up for the Elevated team. 0 for the Standbys. Had a couple of jams where the Standbys put some points up, and then it's right back to 0. But Elevated came to play today. They were ready this morning. They ate their Wheaties and drank their juice. They're ready. All right, we have Rougarou for the Standbys on the Skate Rats jam line, and it looks like Meep for Elevated. Meep has had a great game so far. Probably the lead jam percentage is one of the highest lead jam percentages, I'd say, so far in this game. But Meep's trying to fight through it's a 4-wall because everybody's on. And while Meep's trying to get through, Rougarou picked up lead jam. All right, Meep is out on the official. Oh, man. Track cut on Meep, which is going to give a power jam to Rue. It's exactly what the Standbys need. Rue is a very, very strong skater, very strong jammer, and is very track aware. So this is exactly what the Standbys needed, was a Rougarou power jam. Snaking away there. Oh, called off. Rue called it off. I was able to pick up 4 points, which is wonderful. We have 1 in the box, which is the jammer, and she's still sitting. So 30 seconds or less. I'd probably say less, but more than 10. So we're kind of in that 10 to 30 range right now. Okay, so for the Skate Rats jam line, you've got Miss Enigma wearing the star, and is going to start in a power jam. This is another skater, Missy, that you want to see in a power jam situation as well. Very strong jammer, very track aware too. Easy, can cut like nobody's business on the track and can usually snake through in the smallest little lines ever. Meep was released from the penalty box and ended up with the lead jam. Wow. No chill in Meep this morning. There was a star pass from Miss E to Ms. Rebel. 4-point pickup and call off by Meep. Very, very smart derby on her behalf. 3 points away from triple digits for Elevated. Okay, timeout called by the Standbys, and it is a timeout, so we're going to do another sponsor. This one, we're actually going to talk about Jet's Pizza. Have you been craving a slice of heaven? Look no further than Jet's Pizza. With their signature deep dish crust and fresh ingredients and delicious toppings, every bite is a wonderful adventure. Whether you're a fan of classic pepperoni, veggie-loaded goodness, or the famous Jet's Triple Cheese, we've got something for everyone. Thank you, Jet's Pizza, for being a sponsor of Denver Roller Derby. All right, chat. Who's got it? Looking at the score, who's got it? I mean, I have my thoughts, but I want to know what Chatland thinks. Okay, so I think everybody is back in positions, all officials back in place. We have an empty penalty box, so nobody sitting. And lining up on the Skate Rats Jam line, you've got Be Nasty for the standbys and Lost in Your Thighs for Elevated. Both jammers are just locked in. Both packs, or I guess you could say walls, are just locked down. But there was a little bit of room left for Lost in Your Thighs to pick up lead jam, leaving Be Nasty to try and contend with Axel here in turn number 1. All right, so trying to get some offense for Be Nasty. Oh, looks like there may have been a star pass from Be Nasty to She Be Dangerous. Lost in Your Thighs was able to get 4, which is going to break the triple digits. She Be is still stuck in the pack, but I was hoping that the multiplayer would kind of loosen that front wall a little bit for She Be, but she had to recycle. So try again. Oh, you can just see the toe stops digging in there. Those walls aren't going anywhere. All it takes is just one blocker to come through and push one person, and it's like it sweeps the whole track. Lost in Your Thighs has put 8 up so far. And She Be has been fighting this wall since turn number 3. 12 big points going up for Elevated, 0 for the standbys. The standbys still have not broke 50 yet, while the Elevated All-Stars have broke triple digits. The reason for that is Elevated is just here. They've got all their jammers are on it. They are finding all the holes, getting all the offense done. They're here. They're here to play, and it's showing. And I have to agree with you, Mama Costa. This one's going to be a tough one to come back from for the standbys, but I have seen it happen. So anything is possible. So here on the track and back to the action, you've got L on Wheels for the standbys and Fighting Girlfriend for the Elevated All-Stars. Fighting Girlfriend picked up lead jam, and there's been a star pass from L on Wheels to Bronny Darko. Oof. It was an impact that happened right there that took one of our skaters. I can't think it's Kim Possible? Cat Possible. Why did I say Kim Possible? Oh, that's a Disney show. That's where that came from. Okay. 4 points. Getting back to it. Minus the Kim Possible sidetrack. Fighting Girlfriend has put 4 points up for the Elevated All-Stars. Bronny is still trying to fight through the pack to get through on an initial 8 points up for Fighting Girlfriend. Bronny Darko is trying to fight through the pack. Bronny did get out, but is going to the box as the jammer because there was a star pass. So Bronny will be the jammer, and Elevated All-Stars will start in a power jam. Oh. All right, so got your jammer for elevated is Banff. You got Brawny Darko as your jammer in the box, and nice offense there on the turn number 2 line, which is going to open it up for Banff to get lead jam. So not only did Banff get to start off in a power jam, but also picked up lead jammer. It's always a nice position to be in. All right, Brawny Darko was released from the penalty box. And hopefully Banff will be so points hungry that they'll just keep going. Nope. Apex attempt by Banff there in turn 3, but recycled back to be on the safe side. All right, whistle from somebody. 8 points for Banff so far. Ooh. Big hit from Brawny Darko. I called her Donnie Darko. In turn number 4. And a star pass to K Pasa. All right. Wow. What a hard-fought half for the standbys. You're looking at 129 to 36 for the standbys. Elevated All-Stars in the lead. So this is going to be an interesting second half for the standbys. And there's an official review happening. I'm not sure who called it yet. But we're just going to have a little meeting here in turn number 3 and 4 amongst the officials and the captains and coaches. All right, chat. What's the call? What are we reviewing?
It looks like it was elevated because everybody's looking at elevated and they're pointing. So I think they're the ones who called the official review.
There we go. Why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
Oh, hey, I'm Slam Track. I've been running the camera.
Yes. Yay. I was going to say, seeing stuff that I didn't even see. So it's always nice to have a second set of eyes. And even better when they're running the camera. All right. I'm going to hang out on here until the official review is complete. That way we can relay the reason and the answer for the review. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and thank all of our volunteers. So these tournaments, and I'm sure many of you guys have run tournaments in your own leagues, y'all know how much goes into making these happen. So we want to thank all of our volunteers that make these events possible, particularly the skating and non-skating officials and EMTs who make sure that the rules are enforced, safety is in check, and everybody has just a good time. So thank you, volunteers, for making all of this possible, because without people to blow the whistles, track the points, we wouldn't have a game. So thank you, guys. We really appreciate everything you do. So, leagues, near, far, and everywhere, hug your NSOs, your EMTs, your officials, if they're huggers, of course, and tell them thank you, because it is a hard job to do everything that they do.
Looks like Denver has left the middle of the track and elevated went in to talk to the officials, but no idea what it was about yet.
Yeah, Banff's makeup was actually one of the things that I commented on when I walked in. I thought it was like the coolest because her face like matches her shorts with like the mummy wrap and the orange. It was really, really cool. So whoever did it, if it was herself or somebody else, they did an awesome job. It made me stop in my tracks and be like, look at that face paint.
All right, the official result of the official review is it was crossbody backs versus standing backs, behind backs, and standing backs while on this pitting. The white team was requesting a back block versus Denver, but it was determined that it will not stand and will not be retained.
I think Slam Track has the answer.
Yeah,
for the
we
interview.
just, I wanted to, I'm not sure if you guys can hear the in-house announcer, so I didn't want to talk over it. But yeah, it was Elevated was requesting a back block on a blue skater. They will not retain the review.
No call.
No call.
All right, friends, we are going to take a 15-minute intermission. Allow everybody to catch their breath, get some water. We're going to do the same. We'll be back here in a little bit, so don't go anywhere. Okay, friends, welcome back to game one of day two of the Goosebumps Nightmare on Delaware Street tournament. First half, you saw the Elevated All-Stars go up against the Standbys. Elevated ran away with the lead in the first half, almost a full 100 points. So the Standbys have quite a bit of work to do this afternoon or this second half to even try and catch up. So we'll see. Hopefully the break gave them a chance to catch their breaths and come up with some strategy to put at least 100 points on the board. All right, friends, and if you haven't already, you can subscribe to Denver Roller Derby on Twitch. It will allow you to get ad-free watch, and you can also subscribe using your Prime membership as well. So if you have a Prime membership, you get one free sub a month. We would love for you to sub to Denver Roller Derby for the weekend so you can watch all of the Derby action ad-free and not miss 1 second of it. Okay, we have lined up for the first jam of the second half. You've got Miss Enigma for the Standbys and Meep Meep for the Elevated All-Stars. Okay, Meep, just like last half, is showing that she is a very good jammer. Ended up with lead jam on this one as well. K-Pasa was sent to the box for a multiplayer, which is actually what freed up Meep to pick up lead jam. Jam was called off. 2 points put up by the All-Stars, 0 for the Standbys.
And we now have one blocker in the box from each team, so we're going 3-on-3 for the start of this jam.
Skate Ratch Jam line, we've got L on Wheels for the Standbys and Lost in Your Thighs for the Elevated All-Stars. Lead jam is going to go to the Elevated All-Stars. Lost in Your Thighs got through the pack first. And there was a star pass from L to Brawny Darko. I didn't even see it. It was so slick. Ooh, Brawny gets through, probably picks up 4 points. But is going to recycle back to the back of the pack. Nope. No pass, no penalty. So Brawny was able to pick up 4 points and continue skating. Ooh, and it looks like it's going to be a power jam for Brawny Darko, and easy inside line for her, 4 points.
We got a proper minivan jam against Elevated now.
Oh, 12 points. And this is exactly what the Standbys needed, was a power jam in double digits. Tried to get that outside line clear. All right, jammer is standing for Elevated and been released to the track. Multiplayer block up front does allow Lost in Your Thighs to pick up 4 more points. Jam comes to an end. Big jam for the Standbys, which was exactly what was needed. 17 points going up for them, 8 for the All-Stars, but Meep, I believe. No, Lost in Your Thighs did spend some time in the box, so 30 seconds of that was spent sitting down, so.
I think that's the standby's biggest jam yet, and they did it with their pivot.
That's a good point. Brawny is a pivot. It's a very good point. So, Standbys has handed the star to, looks like, Rue Garu. And for Elevated, you've got Fighting Girlfriend. All right, Girlfriend found the inside line, picked up lead, but Rue is right behind her. Two up for Elevated, 0 for Standbys, so it looks like 3 altogether. Another scoreless jam for the Standbys. Hate to say it, but it's kind of becoming a trend, unfortunately.
Looks like we've got a little dance party from Green Machine.
There's always a dance party from Green Machine. Always a dance party.
I can confirm that's true.
Yes, yes. Every time I see Green on the track, she's dancing. B Nasty's got the star for the Standbys, and it looks like Banff is going to be your lead jammer for the All-Stars. Nasty does have the star in hand, looking for her pivot. Nice stop by Wes Slamderson there on the inside line. All right, star pass was complete from B Nasty to Ms. Ravel. Nice takeout by Wes there in turn number 2, which is going to force Banff to call off the jam. 4 points going up for Elevated, 0 for Standbys. All right, chat. How are we feeling about it now? The score, who's going to pull away? Are we still leaning towards like Elevated, or do we think the Standbys got a chance? Because these last 2 jams have not been terrible. Miss Enigma has got the star for the Standbys, and Meep for Elevated. We have seen this matchup quite a few times in this game already between Missy and Meep. And as always, and honestly, quite a few times recently, Meep has ended up with lead jam.
Two Denver blockers to the box.
That's tough. You say the penalty box just keeps taking people. 4 more for Meep, so 8 altogether so far.
Star pass to War.
Yep, I was about to say, I just saw the star pass. Eight for Elevated on that one, 0 for the Standbys. 53 to 161. On that Skate Rats Jam line, you have L on Wheels for the Standbys and Lost in Your Thighs for Elevated. Lost in Your Thighs is having a really good game. Lead jammer percentage has been on point this last half, or the last half of the first half. And then this game, so this half so far, absolutely just killing it. It was a star pass to Brawny Darko as the pivot. And she is going to go sit. So this is a power jam for Lost in Your Thighs. Denver did gain a blocker, so that can help some. 8 points being put up for Elevated, which is going to ice Brawny Darko as the jammer into the box. Yeah, but the last time I think the last time Bronny got iced in the boxes, the jammer, she ended up having, what, a 20-point jam or 16-point jam or something like that?
I think that might be right.
So maybe it's motivation to go to the box and have to come out as a jammer.
I like that perspective.
Put your game face on, because you're now the target. All right, Power Jam is going to be for Fighting Girlfriend in the Elevated All-Stars.
Bronny's standing in the box now.
2 more people to beat for Elevated to get this lead jam. All right, Bronny Darko has been released back to the track. Took off, and is going back to the box for a track cut. So Denver's box is full.
Oh yeah, another minivan jam going the other way.
Yeah. It's tough to take on 4 people with 2. Easy 4 points for Fighting Girlfriend. All right, Bronny has been released to the track with star in hand. I don't believe she's been through on her initial yet.
I think that's right.
Oof, yeah. Oh! So now it's going to be a power jam for Bronny. Actually, it's going to be a power jam for Kay Pasa. No, it's not, because of a star pass. Luckily, there's only 26 seconds left, so. Four points. The jammer is standing in the penalty box. All right, the jammer was released from the penalty box right as the jam ended, so both will get to have their point scorers in the next jam. All right, Miss Enigma versus Banff. I think this is probably the first lineup of these 2 that I've seen. Lead jam's going to go to Miss Enigma in the standbys. Banff did get out of the pack on the initial, so coming quickly up behind Missy.
Denver loses a blocker to the box.
Yeah, old Wes. Ooh, ooh. Some trippings going on in there. Okay, so it looks like Banff is going to be going to the box to sit for about 30 seconds or so, and then that's going to give a power jam to Miss Enigma. Homely report, we only have the best viewers on our channel. The best. All right, so it looks like 8 points for Miss Enigma, which is very much so needed. And you have, Banff has been released to the track as well. All right, Miss E got through. Oh, a little jammer on jammer action between Banff and Miss E. A little trip up there by Banff and allows Missy to get by. Eight points for Elevated. Oh, no. Okay, so Miss E is going to go to the penalty box And Denver is going to start way low.
Another minivan jam against Denver. Minivan jam is when you got the 2 parents and the 5 kids.
Right.
So you got 3 in the box for Denver, so they got 2 on the track and 5 for elevated on the track.
Oh, it's going to be tough, Coach.
We got a timeout. Not sure who it's for.
Denver, I think. All right. You know timeouts mean sponsorships. So this time we're going to talk about Sisu mouthguards. We want to thank Sisu for being one of our sponsors. Sisu mouthguards are designed with athletes in mind. So say goodbye to those nasty, old, bulky mouthguards. Be able to talk, breathe, and drink, all 3 very important things, easily with a Sisu. So ultra lightweight, super comfortable, moldable if I remember correctly. So this is the only mouthguard that you will need for derby or really any contact sport. So check out Sisu mouthguards for your teeth protections now.
Looks like an official timeout. Team timeout right into an official timeout.
Mm-hmm. Water break. Somebody doing, looks like push-ups?
Yeah, we got some push-ups from a photographer. I think I caught it on the camera at for the last few push-ups.
I still struggle with push-ups. Nothing has changed from the presidential fitness challenge from whenever we were kids. Nothing's changed. All right, Meep is going to be your jammer for elevated. Meep only has 2 blockers to have to contend with from the standbys. So lead jam is given to Meep. So last warfare, it went to the box, releasing She Be Dangerous. Wes Slamderson has joined the fun as well. Oof. Hard slam into the wall of the standbys by me, picked up the 4 points and just kept going. Elevated All-Stars have broke the 200 triple-digit mark. Okay, so all the blockers were able to make it back to the track, but Miss Enigma was iced into the penalty box with 10 seconds or less left. Oof. All right, Skate Rats Jam Line, you have lost in your thighs for elevated, and Miss Enigma, who was released from the penalty box to join the action, but not before Lost in Your Thighs ended up with lead jammer. All right. Lost in Your Thighs, 8 points so far. Missy has the star in hand, trying to get through the pack, but Elevated's walls this morning have just been on point. They've been tight, they've been together, they've been able to reform quickly. They're just here to play.
Looks like star pass to Miserable for Denver.
Oh, a power jam for Denver now. I didn't see the call on Lost in Your Thighs. Ooh. 4 points for Miz. All right, the end of the jam leaves Elevated with 11 points, Standbys with 7. Standbys are closely inching to that triple-digit mark. You know, inch by inch, point by point.
Yeah, 12 and a half minutes on the clock. I think they could hit triple digits.
Yeah, triple digits for sure. Now the game, that one might be a tough one at this point. Skate Rats Jam Line, you have Standbys for L on Wheels wearing the star and Fighting Girlfriend for Elevated. All right, multiplayer block called on Last Warfare. So Last is going to go sit for a little bit. 3 wall up front, but not enough to keep Fighting Girlfriend back from getting lead jam. Star pass, it looks like, to Que Pasa. Fighting Girlfriend called off the jam. 8 points. I think, yep, 8 points for Girlfriend. 0 for the Standbys. Got 1 blocker standing in the box for Elevated. Denver side is clear. Need everybody on the track that they can to help out. Okay, so you've got Rugaru wearing the star for the Standbys. And Banff for the Elevated All-Stars, who has picked up lead jam. One-on-one up front with Brawny, but Banff was able to get around Brawny for 4 points. Power jam. Jam was called off by Banff. 6 points for Elevated, 0 for the Standbys. Okay, Be Nasty is going to be your standby jammer. And for Elevated, you've got Meep Meep. Little one-on-one blocking action up there front by Que Pasa. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to keep Meep back from getting lead. Star pass to Que Pasa. Kay's been seeing a lot of star action today. And every time she gets a chance to score, they call it off. So she doesn't ever get a chance to get around to the back of the pack. Skate Rats Jam line, you have Lost in Your Thighs against L on Wheels. L is the standbys jammer, and Lost in Your Thighs is the elevated jammer who picked up lead. Jam's been called off. Injury on the track. Okay, while they are tending to the injured skater, we're going to go ahead and talk about another one of our sponsors. See, Great Divide Brewing Company. Yes, Great Divide. They have been a sponsor of ours for quite a while now. They are a brewery here in Denver, and they brew lots of good beers, mainly beer of great character is what we like to say. So they make remarkable beer while being active in the community, mainly by supporting us here at the Roller Dome. So if you are ever able to make it to the Roller Dome for one of our bouts or even for any event, check out the bar for Great Divide beer, and you will not be disappointed. Okay, the skater is up and over in the medic station. Gonna continue being checked out and make sure everything is okay. Okay, so taking a look at everything that we've got set up here, we've got the pivot for the standbys in the box. And for jammers, we've got Fighting Girlfriend for elevated, and then Miss Enigma for standbys. Girlfriend is going to end up with lead jam.
It's like Denver's jammers going to the box.
Did you see the call?
I did not see the call.
Okay. So it's a power jam for elevated. And Girlfriend, who has been doing quite a bit of the points there, has put up quite a few of the points today. I'm telling you, these elevated jammers came ready this morning. Like, ready. All right, Missy has been released to the track. Star in hand, looking for a pivot. 16 points so far for Fighting Girlfriend and Elevated All-Stars. Missy got out on her initial and now going to be able to not score any points because it was called off before she had a chance. All right, chat. I think that this one might be a little tough for the standbys to come back from. I think we've hit the point of no return, but we can always shoot for triple digits at this point. Looks like Banff is going to be your jammer for the All-Stars that ended up with lead. Rougarou is wearing the star for the standbys. Excuse me. Oof. And while everybody's concentrating on Rue, Banff is able to pick up 4 points. Looks like Rue is still on the initial pass. And Banff has put up 12. These double-digit jams that have been coming from Elevated is what has taken this game. That and keeping the standbys scoreless in the first half for like, what, 7 or 8 jams in a row? So, yeah. Poor Rue is so tired. I know. It's got to be exhausting to fight against walls like that all the time. And then get to the back of the pack to not even be able to score points after fighting so hard. 0 for the standbys. 16 big points for Banff and the Elevated All-Stars. I think that's the biggest jam we've had in the game so far. 16 points?
I think Bronny as the pivot got 17 one time, but I think aside from that.
Ah, yes, Bronny, the non-jammering pivot. I think it's funny when pivots are like, I can't jam, and then you put them in this situation. It's like, well, yeah, you can. Now guess what? You get the star.
You know, I like to think I'm really good at taking star passes, and I'm like, I could be a pivot. But then I think about what else the pivot has to do, and maybe I don't want to be a pivot.
Yeah. It's like I have 2 jobs? I have to do 2 things? You have to be able to switch from blocking to jamming like that, and I don't know if my switch can happen that fast. All right, L on wheels for the standbys, and you've got Meep Meep for the Elevated All-Stars. Big swing and a miss by K Pasa here in turn number 1 to try and get Meep, but Meep was able to snake her way through and pick up lead jammer. Star pass to K Pasa. Kay's been seeing a lot of star action. I know I said that the last time she got handed the star, but it's a lot. Every time. I think it's a joke now at this point to keep Kay from getting to the back of the pack with a star pass.
As she was coming around, I saw her kind of throw her arms down a little bit like, oh, come on, you guys.
I think I even heard her say, come on. Ah, Brad, it's good to see you in the chat. We missed that voice over the announcing, the intercom, I guess you could say, here in the dome. Oh, lead jam is going to go to Lost in Your Thighs and Elevated. B Nasty is going to be your jammer for the standbys. Star in hand. Maybe passing, maybe not. She's right there with her pivot, so. All right. Multiplayer block from the Denver players is going to allow that wall to get broken up and Lost in Your Thighs to get through. All right, we've got less than a minute left in this game. I'm not sure if there will be another jam or not. You know, anything can happen. Woo! Easy 4 points for Lost in Your Thighs on that inside line. Sheeby's trying to catch there in the turn number 1. And I think Massey was finally able to get out of the pack. The jam is called off. There might be another jam left if the referees want to be nice and everybody gets on the track, but it is possible they could call it.
Yeah, both teams still have enough timeouts they could extend this.
Oh.
But it appears to me from the scoreboard that the time has run out.
Well, they are not going to let them have another jam, it looks like. So, unofficial score, 286-277. Elevated All-Stars taking that win. And I do want to say that it was very well-deserved. They came to play, and it showed. They played good defense. Their jammers were on point. They reformed and waterfalled their way to the front multiple times. I am super impressed with the Elevated All-Stars. They did fantastic this morning for the first game. So, yeah, nobody called a timeout. Here we go. We are going to our break. Final score is 286-77. So finalized 286. I'm sure we probably have 30 minutes between now and the next game, something like that.
Yeah, I believe the next one starts at 1, and it's 12:30 exactly.
Yep, starts at 1. Yeah, so if you guys will hang out, we will be back here in about, if they put the timer up, I'd say about 30 minutes. But whenever everything switches to the commercials, you will see the timer still, so eventually it'll show how long we have till the next game. Stick around. We've got more hard-hitting action coming up in game number 2.
Who's playing in the next game?
That's an excellent question. I had it on here. All right, welcome back, friends, to the second game of day 2 of the Goosebumps Nightmare on Delaware Street. This game, we have the Denver Bruising Altitude versus the Black Rose All-Stars. So we've got 3 minutes before the game starts, so I'm going to read off the rosters as well as the officials for this game. All right, so for the Bruising Altitude, we've got 0425, Yolita Applebaum, 1216, Jane Ostentatious, 13, Homo Erratic, 143, Whipsqueak, 16, Southern Discomfort, 17, Bold Move Buttons, number 26, Miquadzebi Blazin, also known as Blazin. You've got number 27, Gobrek. Number 60, you've got D-Rex, who is a phased-up junior. This is her first game as a Bruisin, so super excited to see how D does in her first game. 64, Vinny. Number 7, Evil X. 75, who is your captain, Gay of Reckoning. 768, Supersonic. 777, Miserable. Number 88, Cosmo. For the Black Rose All-Stars, who will be wearing white, you've got 00, D-Rex, 101, Tree, 14, Jade, 1760, you've got your captain, Biohazard, 221, Killy Peppa, 282, Dash Ketchum, 337, Susan Sher-Ramdam, I see, 352, Olive Havoc, 36, Meanie, 82, Starstruck, 83, Grit and Barrett, I'll have to look that one up on the pronunciation, 84, Phoenix, and 86, PTSD. Your officials for this game is Fighting Girlfriend, who also skates with the elevated team. You've got Benandy, you've got Dr. Wheelgood, Sonar, Scapegoat, Penalty, who traveled all the way from Iceland to be here, Lady Hellspawn, Ace of Skates, the recently married Miss Rockety Roller, Primeval, Lemon Stinger, Thomas the Dank Engine, Booty Queen, Arson, Sassy Biatch, and Major Magnitude.
It's Grit and Barrett.
Grit and Barrett. Okay, Grit and Barrett, because, yeah, I did not get that at all. All right, chat. 4 seconds to game. Who's got it? I got to see. Got to know in the chat. Ludwig is in the house, ready to scream and cheer for Black Rose All-Stars. Looks like we got some Black Roses here in the chat. I see old Sheena there giving us some Denver love. Yeah. Doing some last-minute sweep-ins here on the outside of the track to make sure that there's no dirt, dust, and all that fun stuff everywhere. And 5 seconds called. First jam, you've got Homo Erratic wearing the star for Denver and ends up with lead jam. You've got Jade is going to be your jammer for the Black Rose All-Stars. Forearm being called. All right, so you got one blocker going to the box for Black Rose. 4 points put up by Homo Erratic and called off the jam. Seeing lots of Black Rose in here in the chat today. Repping the team. It's always nice to know you've got people back home watching. All right, Skate Rat's Jam line had Evil X for Bruising. And then it looks like D-Rex for Black Rose. All right, so Evil X is going to go sit for a track cut, which is going to give D-Rex a power jam. All right. No lead for this jam. So we will be going the full 2 minutes. So we've got two tight packs. They are literally on top of each other here. Ooh, big hit by Jane Ostentatious there on the inside to D-Rex. Okay, D-Rex through for another 4 points. X has been released from the box and is back in play, has been back in play for a minute. Just, I've not said anything. Ooh, a little bean dip there in turn 1 and 2. Round 2 blockers for X to pick up 4. All right, so it looks like 13 points were put up for Black Rose All-Stars on that jam. Double-digit jams are always what the team wants to see. 4 went up for Bruising. Next up on your Skate Rats jam line, you have Cosmo for Bruising Altitude and Olive Havoc for Black Rose. Cosmo picked up a quick lead jam, but Olive is right on Cosmo's tail. Cosmo slams into the back of the track, or the back of the pack, and picks up 1 before calling it off. Yeah, X is known for her bean dips, for sure. Like, I don't know how someone can bean dip with such long legs, but it happens. Like, I've seen Klein do it, you know. Woo! Oh, goodness. Okay, so lead jammer is going to go to Black Rose All-Stars and Jade. Homo Erratic's going to be your jammer for the standbys. Track cut for Homo Erratic, so that is going to give a power jam to Jade. Call off by Jade, picked up 8 points. None picked up for the Bruising Altitude on that one, but that's because Rat was sitting in the box. It's hard to score points when you're not on the track. All right, D-Rex is going to have a power jam and end up picking up lead jammer. A little bit of offense from the Black Rose defense. Oh, somebody caught a butt to the gut because I heard somebody go, huh. Oh, man, I know that feeling all too well. D's got some love in the chat. Rat was able to get out of the box, but no points put up, leaving the Bruising Altitude scoreless for the second jam in a row. 4 points went up for Black Rose, 25-9. Lining up on your Skate Rats Jam line, you've got Yolita Applebum and Olive Havoc for Black Rose. Power Jam for Yolita Applebum and the Denver Bruising Altitude standbys was last game. That's what I get for announcing 2 games in a row. But this is exactly what Bruising needed, was a power jam. Yoli is trying to fight through the pack, but she's swimming amongst her players and their players, and everybody's hitting everybody. Nice hit by Jane, ostentatious there in turn number 2 to stop Olive from it getting through on that outside line. One-on-one blocking from Buttons there in turn 3, but Olive was able to get through. Okay, 4 points going up for Yoli on the jam, 0 for Black Rose. Looks like on your Skate Rats Jam line, you've got Evil X for Bruising Altitude and Jade for Black Rose, who picked up the lead jam. X did get out of the pack right behind Jade. Each jammer ended up putting 1 point up on that one. The pack did try and run, but I think it was like a last-minute decision to do so. So I think everybody at least ended up with 1. Lined up on that jam line, you've got Killy Peppa for Black Rose and then Vinny for Bruising. Okay, so it looks like lead jam is going to go to Vinny. All right, so it looks like Vinny's going to try and fight through the front. Killy is stuck here in the back. Four points up on the board for Vinny. Star pass from Killy to Starstruck. Jam was called off 4 points for Bruising, 6 points for Bruising, excuse me. 0 for Black Rose on that one. 6-point game. Yeah, I've got to say, some of these walls that I'm seeing out here today from the first game and this game is making me tired, and I'm just watching. Okay, so it looks like you've got Cosmo wearing the star for the altitude, and then D-Rex for Black Rose, who has ended up with lead. Cosmo has star in hand. All right, Jane Ostentatious is going to join the fun. Cosmo got through the pack on an initial. Zero points for the standbys. Geez, that's the second time I've done that. 0 points for the Bruising Altitude. 4 points for Black Rose. I promise I'll get it eventually.
You just like talking about us. It's okay.
I know. I like talking about the standbys. God. Okay, each team has a blocker in the box, so 1 down on each side. And then you've got Homoerotic for Bruising Altitude and Olive Havoc for Black Rose. Power Jam for Homoerotic and the Bruising Altitude. Lead Jam is going to go to Rat. All right. 4 points up for Rat and the Bruising Altitude. Oh, inside line left wide open by the Altitude, which allowed Olive to get through on the initial. 8 put up for the Bruising Altitude on that one. 0 for Black Rose. 1 point game. Rose being ahead. Black Rose being ahead, let me clarify. All right, welcome to the chat. Grungerson cheering for Vinny today. And guys, don't forget, if you have a Prime membership, you get 1 free subscription a month. And if you subscribe to Denver Roller Derby, then you get to watch all of our live streams ad-free, which if you've ever watched Derby with ads, it's no fun because you'll miss an entire jam sometimes. So if you haven't subscribed this month to a Twitch channel, do so with your Amazon Prime and watch Derby free of ads this weekend, or the rest of the weekend at least. Okay, since we've got a couple of minutes, I know that I had seen somebody from Pennsylvania in here watching. Where's everybody checking in from? Anybody local here in Denver not able to make it today, or somebody super far away like overseas? Pennsylvania. I think I saw Gary earlier. York. Pennsylvania, cool. So 2 Pennsylvanias. Yeah, lots of support for Black Rose today for sure. Lots of support. Oh, and a forearm is going to go right out of the gate to Jade. So it's going to be a power jam for Evil X and a little sweet bean dip there in turn 1 to pick up lead jam. Man, lots of Pennsylvania in here today. Woo! Little bean dip, tried to. X is going to be recycled back to almost the jammer line. Man, so much Black Rose love in this chat today. Okay, so we've got the jammer standing for Black Rose in the penalty box, so 10 seconds or less left. Called off by Evil X. 8 points put up by X on that jam, which is going to push the Bruising into the lead, 37-30. Got a little more than 14 minutes left in this half. Yeah, my camera operator and my friend here just reminded me. She's like, Black Rose is from Pennsylvania. Well, that could be why we're seeing a lot of Pennsylvania in the chat. That makes sense. Makes total sense now. All right. So it looks like we have an official review. It looks like Black Rose is trying to have the officials review something, and as soon as we find out what it is, we will let you guys know. And since we've got a little bit of break in the action, we'll talk about another sponsor. So 187 Killer Pads. I know y'all know 187 Killer Pads. I wear them. Almost everybody wears them. But they are often imitated and never duplicated, so stick with the best. They are the Pro Derby knee from 187 is bringing back patented features, unmatched fit, and industrial strength materials. So not only is it comfy, it'll last forever. So check out your 187 pads and be sure to protect yourself today. Okay, so I have to ask, Salty Town, is that in Pennsylvania too? That's a great question, Mama Casa. Let me find out what people are using, and I'll get back with you on it. I can definitely ask when we go on break here in a few minutes, or I can find someone that has the answer. All right, so we got the official review results, and it looks like Black Rose was trying to get illegal contact from where the Denver pivot had hit a down skater. The call stood to where there was no call, and they will not retain their official review. For Bruising Altitude, I forgot to tell y'all who's jamming. You've got Yolita Applebum for Bruising. Jeez Louise. And D-Rex for Black Rose. I promise I'll call him Bruising eventually. I promise. 3 points for the Altitude, so it's a 10-point spread now with the Bruising in the lead. Ah, Salty Town. That makes sense now. Food snack capital of the world. Okay, that sounds like my place. I love snackies. Okay, so for Black Rose, you've got Olive Havoc wearing the star, and for Bruising, you've got Homoerotic. It looks like Olive is going to end up with the lead jam. And a power jam because Rat ended up going to the box. so it looks like Olive almost was through turn 3, but got recycled back. Homar Raddick got out of the box and with star in hand was able to get through the pack. I don't think anybody knew Rat was out of the box or that Rat was the jammer because the star wasn't on the helmet. Olive calls off the jam. 6 points for Black Rose, goes up. 4 points for the altitude. 44 to 36.
When did the lead change?
A couple jams ago. Yeah, I didn't announce it. My bad. my camera lady was like, "When did the lead change?" A couple of jams ago. I just did not say anything. You'd think, since I was talking, I'd let y'all know. You have Vinny Vici wearing the star for the altitude and Killy Peppa for Black Rose. Oh, track cut for Vinny. So Vinny's going to go sit for 30 seconds and give Killy a chance for a power jam. Oof. Killy thought she had the inside line, but Jane Ostentatious was there to shut that down real fast.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever been hit by Jane, but it sucks.
Yeah, I've never been hit by Jane, and I can tell you right now, I don't want to be hit by Jane. Ever. If I can help it. Very hard fought for Killy to get through on that one. I hear whistles, but I'm not seeing. It was a multiplayer. Okay, so it was a multiplayer on Black Rose player that's going to go sit in the box. And usually multiplayers freeze up or shakes up the pack a little bit, especially if they're in the wall. It kind of knocks it down, I guess you could say. At the end of the jam, you have 3 points that went up for Black Rose, 0 for the Bruising altitude. All right, Skate Rats Jam Line, you've got Evil X wearing the star for the Bruising altitude and Jade for Black Rose. All right, Jade is going to go sit in the penalty box, which is going to give Evil X a power jam. Lead jam's going to go to X. So not only does Evil X have a power jam, she is the lead jammer for this power jam. Woo! I wasn't sure if she would see it, but X is called for a track cut, which is going to release the other jammer. So they have a power jam now. Yeah, Jade is spinning and pushing and juking and doing everything she can to get through the Denver 3 wall up front. Evil X threw for another 4 points, or first 4 points, excuse me. I thought she had already gotten through once. Oh! All right, so 101 for Black Rose is going to go sit down. No, we don't have a lead for this one. Those are always our favorite jams when there's no lead. That means everybody skates for 2 minutes.
That was a knee to the chest.
Oh, for X?
That happened, yeah.
Yeah, that was tough. Tree is number 101, correct? Let me double check. Yeah, so I want to say illegal contact because of the way that she hit the apex, hit X during an apex jump. I can double check and make sure with our, our officials, but I'm pretty sure it was an illegal contact. Okay, so that jam was scoreless for both teams. Got a little less than 6 minutes left in this half. Yeah, not a problem at all. That's what we're here for, is to give you guys the updates, because it's hard sometimes when you're watching from home to see the signals and hear what's going on. So if we can give you guys answers to these questions, we are all about it. So for this jam, you've got Yolita Applebum for the Bruising Altitude and Olive Havoc for Black Rose. Yoli has pushed it down to 2, ended up with lead jam. Blazin trying to give some offense for Yoli. Ooh, little toe stop there on the outside line by Yoli to get by. Star pass to Starstruck, I believe. Yeah, Starstruck. Injury at the end of the jam, so we're gonna take a look at it and see what's going on. Oh. I was about to be like,
with the signature deep dish crust, fresh ingredients, and mouth-watering toppings. Everybody's a delicious adventure. Whether you're a fan of classic pepperoni, veggie loaded goodness, or the famous Jets triple cheese, we got something for everyone. And you get pizza.
all right, so the skater that was injured at the end of the last jam is now at the medic station and getting attended to. So the injury at the end of the last jam was involving a bruising blocker and the jammer Starstruck from Black Rose. They have sent Starstruck to the box as a result of that. And yeah, so it will be a power jam for Homoerotic and the Bruising Altitude, while Starstruck just sits for 30 seconds. Thank you, Coyote. I don't know if you're here, but thank you. Yeah. Okay. You're right. Illegal contact. Okay, so we are going to get back to the action. We've got everybody situated now. Yeah. Okay. So you've got Rat as the jammer for the Bruising Altitude. Ended up with the lead jam. Okay, so Starstruck is standing in the penalty box, about to be released to the track. All right, jam was called off by Rat before Starstruck could get around to the back of the pack. 8 points put up on the board by the Bruising Altitude, so 65 to 39. Got about 3.5 minutes left to play. Okay. Oh. Are we? Who? I guess Denver is calling an official review. All right. One of our sponsors here in Denver, it's a new sponsor, Collectum Sports. You get your game on with Collectum Sports, whether you're hitting the field, court, or gym. CVM Sports has top-notch gear and apparel to keep you at the top of your game. So check out cmvsports.com for all your roller derby needs. And not only just roller derby, check them out for any other sport as well. I'm sure they probably have this stuff there too. Oh, Coyote, we've missed you. I've missed you. I haven't seen you in forever. I can't wait to see you this afternoon. And I do love these new jerseys. I think Wes pointed them out to me earlier, and I'm like, yeah, I really like the mountains and the trees on the Denver jerseys. The new ones are awesome. All right, so we got the official review back. Denver was trying to get a high block on Starstruck on that last call or on that last play, but there was not enough information available for the referees to make a call, so they did not, and Denver lost their official review. All right, Jam Rat Skates Line. Skate Rat's Jam Line. I said that all backwards because I was trying to watch and talk at the same time. You've got Evil X for Denver. And then you've got D-Rex for Black Rose. Do we have two D-Rex out there right now? We do. We have two D-Rex. We've got one for Denver, who is the Phase Up Junior. This is her first game. D-Rex versus D-Rex right here. Inside line, D-Rex from Black Rose is going to take lead jam. apex jump attempt there in turn 1. Man, both defensive walls have just come to a stop. Oh, and there was a sneaky star pass done in there from X to Blazin. I did not even see that happen. All right, the jam was called off. 4 points went up for Black Rose. 0 for the Bruising Altitude. The Altitude are still in the lead. So going into the second half, they could still be in the lead. We shall see. But there's only a minute or so left. All right, so jamming for the Bruising Altitude, you've got Vinny. And Black Rose, you've got Olive Havoc, who ended up with lead jam. Jam was called off. 3 points going up for Black Rose. I didn't see the ref's thumb. 0 for Altitude on that one. This might be the last jam of this half, because we've only got a few seconds left, so. Okay, on the Skate Ratch Jam line, you've got Yolita Applebum wearing the star for the Bruising Altitude, and Starstruck for Black Rose. Nice hit by Blazin there in turn number 1 to recycle Starstruck and Black Rose. Takeout by D-Rex there in turn 2 on Starstruck, making him reform back to the back of the pack. D-Rex first big catch. Heard a whistle. Don't know, it was a multiplayer from somewhere. Starstruck hit out again there in turn 2 by Blazin to be recycled back to 1.5. While the wall concentrates on Starstruck here in the back, Yoli is being recycled back to turn number 1. Both teams' defenses are super, super tight right now. Like, they are almost on top of each other, and there was a star pass from Yoli to Blazin. All right, so 4 points for Black Rose going up right before the half. 65 to 50, 15 points spreading these two. Denver in the lead. So we've got about 15 minutes for a break. So stick around for the second half of this game, and we'll see you back here in about 14 minutes. Welcome back, friends, to the second half of game number 2, the Goosebumps Nightwear on Delaware Street Tournament. First half, we saw Bruising Altitude and Black Rose go up against each other. Bruising Altitude is ahead by 15 points, but we all know that can change in a heartbeat. So this jam is actually going to start one blocker shy for the Bruising Altitude. Supersonic is sitting in the box.
Sonic is retiring. This is her last.
So my camera operator just told me that Supersonic, who is in the box, is retiring. This is going to be her last season. So last game? Oh,
Bruising doesn't play the rest of the day, right? It's Zarek and then standby.
yeah. So if she's done after this, yeah. If Bruising's not skating again, then this was Supersonic's last game. But I think our in-house announcer said that she's been skating for like 14 years or something like that. So, yeah, 14 years is a long time to be on skates. All right, we have lineups, and on the Skate Rats Jam line, you've got Jade for Black Rose and Halma Erratic for Bruising Altitude. Jade's going to end up with lead jammer, but Rat is out of the pack as well. Nice 4-point hit and quit by Jade. It's always a jam. It's like always a dance party out here on the lines. It never fails. Okay, you've got Bruising Altitude has fielded Cosmo for their jammer, and Black Rose has fielded D-Rex. Track cut for D-Rex, so it is going to be a power jam for Cosmo. And picked up lead jam. So Cosmo is lead jammer. Cosmo got trapped on that outside line, but used Blazin to thread through the pack and get through for 4 points. Jammer is standing and been released to the track, so D-Rex is back on the track for the Black Roses. All right, so D-Rex has gotten out of the pack with the initial. Gonna come around and hopefully score some points. Ooh, nice little apex jump there on the end. Picked up 1. And then 9 were picked up by Cosmo, 74-55. Empty penalty box, so everybody has full set of blockers and jammers out here. On that Skate Rat Jam line, you have Yolita Applebaum and Olive Havoc. Oof. Oh, all of the spins to avoid the hits. Picked up lead jam. A little celebration by Olive there at turn number 4. I would have celebrated too if I would have got around everybody like that. Picked up 3 and called off the jam before the Bruising Altitude were able to put any points up. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Watching her like toe stop around every hit that came at her on the inside line. That was pretty awesome. All right. You've got Evil X. Whoa, what? Evil X wearing the star for the altitude. And let's see. Jade is wearing the star for Black Roses. Apex jump by Evil X to pick up 4 points. You can't spell Apex without X. That's what she does. 78-58 with the altitude in the lead right now. And the Denver pivot is in the box. So I'm hoping that Vinny, who is the jammer for the altitude, doesn't need a star pass. D-Rex is going to be your jammer for Black Rose. Lead jam's going to go to D-Rex. Vinny is still trying to fight through the pack, but okay, so it's going to be a power jam for Denver. D-Rex got called on a track cut, so that is going to release Vinny from the penalty box into a power jam situation. All right, both jammers are now on the track. And D-Rex gets through the front of the pack for 4 points. Ah, yes, the full 2-minute jam are all of our favorites, especially the jammer. Eight points put up for Black Rose. And Vinny got out of the pack for the initial. All right. Jam comes to a natural end with 8 points going up for Black Rose on that jam. Unfortunately, Vinny was not able to get out of the pack in time to put some points up. But it's still not affecting their lead, so no harm, no foul. Inside line open for Rat, but decided to recycle back to the back of the pack to be on the safe side. Did look like there were some toe stops that went out, so good call for Rat to be on safe. Rather get to the back of the pack than have a penalty. So lead jam is going to go to Olive Havoc and Black Rose. But Rat is right behind. One point for Denver, 2 points for Black Rose. Oh, a lineup straight across the line, huh? Okay, you've got Evil X wearing the star for the Bruising Altitude and Jade for Black Rose. Oh. Okay, so Jade got out first, but did not get lead jam because there was a no pass. X did end up with lead and called it off, even though she was behind Jade. Wasn't going to give her any points. Skate Rats Jam line, you've got Cosmo picking up lead jam for the altitude. And then you've got Killy Peppa for Black Roses. Ooh, hard hit. Cosmo ran into a wall there in turn 1.5. I don't think altitude put up 2. I don't think any are going up for Black Roses on that one. I think Cosmo just kind of slammed into the pack and picked up 2 points and called it. All right, we have 1 blocker in the box for Bruising. And there's going to be a timeout called by Denver. All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us this afternoon for a fun day of Derby. I wanted to remind everybody that if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you do get 1 free subscribe per month for Twitch, and we would love for you to subscribe to Denver Roller Derby so you can catch all of our live stream events ad-free. Timeouts are done. Everybody going back to their positions. I'm opening my Red Bull. It's good. It's all good. All right, so Bruising Altitude, you've got Homo Erratic. Black Rose, you've got D-Rex wearing the stars. Lead is going to go to Homo Erratic. A star pass from D-Rex to Starstruck. Call off by Homo Erratic for 2 points up on the board. I think it was a good call on Rat's behalf to call it because Starstruck was coming up hot and fast. So it would have been a quick point score. So a good call on Rat for getting that taken care of before Starstruck took all the points. On the Skate Rats Jam line, you've got Yolita Applebum for the Bruising Altitude. And then Black Rose, you've got Olive Havoc. Lead Jam is going to go to Olive and the Black Roses. Yoli is still trying to fight through the pack. Oh, penalty box is full for Denver. Pivot is sitting, and now we have a blocker standing. Four points for Olive. Oh, everybody was released from the penalty box just about. Everybody joining the party. Ooh. Four points going up for Yoli. So 4 points for both jammers on that jam. Bruising Altitude is still in the lead with 87 points, and Black Rose has a 76. So it was 8 points that went up for Black Rose, not 4. Oh, well, thank you, Stretch. I will take that as a compliment. I've been doing this for about a year now, and it started with my husband just being like, hey, why don't you try this? And, you know, fear turned into a passion. So thank you. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. All right, back to the action. We got the whistle for lineup. Skate Rats Jam line, you've got Homo Erratic and Jade again. I think we saw that lineup or that matchup a couple jams ago, maybe. Ooh. Jade has the front of the pack, but has to get through the bruising wall and does not pick up lead. So lead position is still, oh wait, Rat ended up with lead. I missed that. I missed it. I don't know. I missed the lead for Rat. Maybe she got up front. And, yeah, well. Anyways, it was called off. 0-0 for both of them. All right. We have for our jammer matchup, you've got Evil X wearing the star for Bruising Altitude and D-Rex for Black Rose. X is going to end up with lead jam, but D-Rex is out of the pack as well. X in with the apex jump, so 4 points. Going up for the Bruising Altitude, 0 for Black Rose on that one, but I mean, X got the 4 points on an apex jump, so. Empty penalty box, so we've got a full track, which is always fun. All right, Skate Rats Jam line, you've got Cosmo going up against Olive Havoc, who I've tried to call Olivia multiple times in this game. Lead is going to go to the Black Roses and Olive. Cosmo's out of the pack as well. Outside line for Olive. Picked up a few points and called it off. 2 up for the Black Roses and 1 for the Bruising Altitude. 2 up for Black Roses. I said that. Yeah, 2 up for Black Roses, 1 for the Altitude. Excuse me, 1 in the box. Lead jam's going to go to Rat and the Bruising Altitude, but Jade is also out of the pack and coming up quick behind. I don't know if the pack is going to slow down for Rat to pick up any. Woo! Sorry, I couldn't help but say something about that. It was like a step around on the inside line, but didn't go out of bounds. I don't know what I just saw, but it was magical. 3 points for the Bruising Altitude on that one. And it looks like 0 for Black Rose. So this matchup, you've got Yolita Applebum for the Bruising Altitude and D-Rex for Black Rose. D-Rex ended up with lead jam and oof. Yoli coming up quickly behind. D-Rex called off the jam before Yoli could get around to the back of the pack. 3 points put up for Black Rose, 0 for Bruising on that one. All right, this jam, we've got Evil X for the Bruising Altitude and Olive Havoc again for the Black Roses. All right, the shakeup there in the front wall with the multiplayer for one of the Black Rose players. Oof. X being forced out here in turn 1 by the 3 wall of the Black Roses. Oh, another apex jump attempt by X to try and get by. All right, so Evil X got out of the pack and picked up lead. Was not an easy lead to get, but lead nonetheless. Oh, wow, that was a hard hit in the opposite direction by the Black Roses. Ooh-wee, that one rattled some teeth. Bah, made my teeth hurt just watching. All right, X has had enough. Picked up a couple points. Wow, picked up all 4, okay. Picked up all 4 points, but not without having to work for it, that's for sure. Yeah, y'all's blockers, I've seen some hits today from you guys that rattled my teeth, and I'm not even on skates, so for sure. All right, so you've got Vinny facing off against Killy Peppa. Killy is finding all of the holes, but Vinny found her way out of the pack first for lead jam. Do I see a glit in the chat? 4 points for Vinny going up. Oh, nice inside clear by Soko for Vinny to get through on the line. Picked up 3 points before the end of the jam. Bruising altitude has broke triple digits, so 106 to 81. And there is going to be a team timeout called by the Black Roses. Okay. You know what? We talked about 187. Let's talk about 888. So 888, we all know, make the helmets and the pads. They're revolutionizing roller derby safety with cutting-edge helmet tech and unrivaled fit options. So stay protected, not only your head, but your knees, elbows, and wrists with 888. All right, so we got the rolling whistle for the end of the timeout. Got 10 minutes about left in this game, but like Waspy says in here, on a break at work. Anybody's game at this point. We have seen jams that are, 10 plus points. So yeah, anybody can take it at this point. But Cosmo's going to be jamming for your Bruising Altitude, and then Jade for Black Rose. Jade is weaving her way through the pack and left the Bruising Altitude blockers in the back. Both jammers are out of the pack and able to score on this pass. All right. Jam called off by Jade, 1 point going up for each team. empty penalty box, so everybody's on the track for the party. And you've got Homo Erratic wearing the star for Bruising Altitude and D-Rex for Black Rose. Seeing a lot of D-Rex this game and really impressed. D-Rex is really doing well at fighting through the Denver wall, which is not easy because you've got Jane out there. Rat is going to take the lead jam position. Star pass from D-Rex to the pivot, and unfortunately Phoenix. That's who it is, Phoenix. Four points up for Rat on that pass. Oh, we're going to do some fifth jammer, or fifth blocker, with the jammer becoming a blocker. Why not? Why not? I probably would have done the same thing too if I were a pivot. Be like, oh, I'm a jammer now? Nope, I'm going to block. Oh. Official review for Denver. I'm not sure exactly what it could be, so chat, if you guys have an idea, let me know. And we've been trying to set up a webcam so you guys can see my beautiful face. But it's not working, otherwise I'd wave and say hello.
Did you turn the other camera off?
What other camera?
Mine. Turn mine off. Does ours work?
What?
If you turn this one off, does it work? Or did we already do that?
No, it's this one. Yeah, we're trying to do a webcam setup. Yeah. Yeah, that's next on the list for streaming, I think, is we're going to try and get it to where you guys can see our beautiful faces when we announce. Which, honestly, if you're watching me announce, I'm usually standing the whole time because I'm super short and can't see over the computer monitors, so you'd only get like half of my body anyways.
Yeah, I'm not going to announce now that I know you want to put a webcam.
No, oh, you don't have to turn it on. Don't say that. Okay, so Intero Danger is our streaming guru and literally has set up everything that we do. But yeah, so some software updates just didn't work out. All right, so I got some results from the official review. Denver was trying to get a direction on the white jammer, so that would have been Phoenix. They tried to get a direction on Phoenix on that last hit, but there was not enough information for the call to stand, so they the call was not made, so everybody's on the track, and Bruising is not going to retain their official review. I did not see the penalty on Tree this time. I just figured I'd say that because I saw the 101. And you've got Evil X against Olive. We've been seeing this matchup quite a bit this game. See, I'm so happy that Danger sits in front of me because she can hear me talking. Can hear me talking and fix what I say.
She has the subtitles on.
Yeah, the subtitles are funny though because I said him and it said Jim. I was like, well, it doesn't like my southern accent, so we'll leave it alone. All right, so you've got Cosmo for Bruising Altitude wearing the star against Jade for Black Roses. Okay, so Jade is going to go sit for a forearm penalty, it looks. So it's going to be a power jam for Cosmo. Got one blocker to beat, two blockers to beat. Just kidding. Oh, boy, and they are going to stretch it out and make Cosmo work for it. And she ended up with lead jammer. Oh, Beast. Okay, so I can't talk about being the shortest anymore because 4'11", wow. I think I'm 5'3" on a good day. But yeah, 4'11's got me beat. Little pile up there in the back of the pack. Man, I'm telling you, these roses are spinning roses. Like, they spin on toe stops, on wheels. It doesn't, see, point proven right there on the line. Oh, that's so fun. Her number's 4'11". That's so great. That's amazing.
Are we talking about Beast?
Yes.
I got to jam against Beast yesterday. It was fun. She's lovely.
Apparently she's like 4'11". Tall, like tiny.
No, she's short.
Us short people unite. We're all fun size. That's what I like to call myself. Wow, it's really quiet in this venue. It got really quiet for a second. All right, we got about 4 minutes left in this game. Yolita Applebum for the Bruising Altitude and D-Rex for Black Rose are going to be wearing your stars. Little toe stop jump there on the inside line for D-Rex to pick up lead, but Yoli is out of the pack as well. Good play on D-Rex, getting into the pack and picking up 3 points and calling it off before Yoli could get into the pack at all. All right. Jamming for the Bruising Altitude, you've got Homo Erratic up against Olive Havoc. Lead jam is going to go to Olive Havoc and the Black Roses. Rat is stuck in the pack, but is able to get out on the initial. Olive called off the jam, picked up 4 points, and called it off before Rat had a chance to come around to the back side of the pack. Ooh-wee, Black Rose is close to triple digits. All right, it's going to be a team timeout for Denver. And while we're having this timeout, I just want to thank everybody for joining us online today and also here in the venue. We appreciate all the support and everything that we get on all of these events, from our volunteers to our skaters to our viewers to all of our spectators here in-house. We just thank you guys for joining us this weekend. It's been fun. I personally wasn't here yesterday, but it was fun to watch from home, and it's even more fun to watch in person. So thank you guys for hanging out with us on your Sunday. I was wondering what you were doing.
I was like, I made eye contact.
Yeah. Our in-house photographer is taking pictures, and he took a picture of my camera woman, and she was just like locked in. Eye contact made. All right, you've got Evil X wearing the star for Bruising Altitude. Killy Peppa for Black Roses. Oof. This chest-to-chest blocking is just nuts to me. Lead's going to go to Evil X. And Starstruck is going to go sit. I didn't see the penalty, but Starstruck is going to go sit. Woo! Four points for Evil X. Oh, a little lean by X. I thought she had it. But oh, wow. Okay. I don't know. That was a really hard hit, like right here in turn 1. I don't know what happened there. And we have what, 44 seconds left? All right, I'm sorry, I'm not talking. I'm trying to take in everything that's going on because it was just a lot that happened right there. I think what happened was X was re-entering the pack as Starstruck was coming down the line to help with offense and ended up colliding with X. No penalties are coming from it that I can see. No official reviews that I'm aware of. But, I mean, we've only got 33 seconds left, so I think they're just going to let it play out. Last jam is going to have Cosmo versus Jade. All right, lead jam is going to go to Jade and the Black Roses. Cosmo tried to play a little bit of defense there on the inside line, but Jade decided to bypass that and pick up 4 points. All right, looks like there was a star pass from Cosmo to Buttons. All right, so 8 points. Hey, 8 points for the Black Roses, making it triple digits. Wow, how fun. I was wondering if they were going to hit triple digits, and they did. So, unofficial, 127 to 100. Bruising altitude. All right, then that is the final score, 127 to 100. Bruising altitude taking the game. And yes, it was a very close, amazing game. Had a couple lead changes, which is always fun to watch. So we are going to take our longer break, I believe. Our next game that's going to be coming on will be 4 p.m. You'll have Zurich All-Stars versus Team Montana. So when I say 4 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock Denver time, so Mountain time. You guys hang out. We're going to go get some food and do all the things here in the venue, but come back here at 4 o'clock Mountain time, and we'll catch the second to last game of this tournament.